Like the video as you coming in. Let's go. It's Vinny's Talk. Let's go.
I need you tonight. Together we can go crazy. We can put out the lights. Together we can go, we can go. I look straight in your eyes, and everything is so hazy. It is just you and I, and everything is so, so call me out, baby. So call me out, baby. Together we can go crazy. You and me in the night. I'm feeling alright. Now I got you and I want. So call me out, baby. Together we can go crazy.
What's up, guys? And welcome to Vinny's Talk, man. Welcome you guys, man.
You're one of a kind. Nobody's breaking your spirit.
On this cold day, snow is blowing, it's Christmas time. What's up? And welcome to the True Crime Talk, man. Here we go, here we go. Baby.
So call me out, baby.
All right. Let's tone it down. Let's get into the podcast, guys. All right, guys. And welcome to True Crime Talk, Vinny's Talk. What's up, guys? Make sure you guys like, subscribe to this channel. All right. What's up, guys, man? It's your boy Vinny G, the Young Wolf. We're back on the podcast once again, talking about the Idaho 4, right? Now, this case is crazy. A lot of internet sleuths and true crime community casters out there been covering this case, and a lot of sketchy things are going on. We're looking for this white Hyundai Elantra. This white Hyundai Elantra been searching for. Perhaps, you know what I'm saying? It seems that everybody drives one, right? What the hell is going on, man? We have a killer still on the loose, as my phone literally fell off the window shield here. We're doing Vinny's Talk on the go. Finishing up my Christmas shopping. We're talking about the Idaho 4, guys. The killer's still on the loose, man. You know, he's out there, and we don't really know what the hell is going on. We're not getting too much information from the Moscow Police Department, and they said that they're working heavy on this case. We have a lot of exciting things going on here with the snow blizzard, but we're still talking about this Idaho 4 case. Now, we took a look at some body cam footage about 2 months before the murders had took place, and police were called to a disturbance to the house for a noise complaint, and it looks like that one of the surviving roommates had answered the door. Now, you know what I'm saying? I do have a problem with the law enforcement coming to the door and talking all this nonsense and blah, 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 and pouring the liquor out and talking about how the liquor is good and this and that. But I do also have a problem with allegedly the so-called roommate, Bethany, answers the door, says she's going to come back and get somebody, and it ends up being two dudes, supposedly that didn't even live there, right? At the residence of King Road there in Idaho. Now, we have, you know what I'm saying, a lot of speculation in this case as far as the true crime community goes and people out in the YouTube world, and I think we're allowed to do that. But before I start talking more, these are just my opinions and my thoughts, guys. Go ahead and give this video a like. We're talking about true crime, and this case is an ongoing investigation. I think it's very crazy, and the more I take a look at it, the more I follow this case, is I'm learning so much. You know, at first I thought this was, and I still kind of lean in that way, that this was a serial killer who was responsible, just how the way it was carried out. 4 beautiful souls, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Kaylee, Maddie, Ethan, and Xana, you know what I'm saying? No, they didn't deserve this, and especially now the family's needing justice and searching for the justice. And I know the law enforcement, like I said in all my other podcasts, guys, that the law enforcement's hard at work and they need to try to come around where they could try to solve this case. But there's just so many uneasy things, and the internet sleuths, the true crime community sleuths out there are talking about this. And we're looking at the body cam footage from that night. And from that very night, we took a look at it, and you know, we can have opinions about that and say that, wow, dude, like the Moscow Police Department had pulled over, and not pulled over, but basically we're talking to underage kids that were so-called at around the Idaho University, and they were all up in the field, and you know what I'm saying, the police had called them over and they're writing tickets out. But when this was going on, this was set to be when the murder was happening between 3 o'clock in the morning and 3:45 and 4 a.m. So it's crazy that they didn't hear no screaming, even though this was behind the house of the so-called murders that happened. Now, the thing I have an issue with is everything that was going on in this case is, from the beginning of this case, a lot of the police said the investigation was going on from the very beginning. Do we really trust the law enforcement? Some people out there don't trust the law enforcement, right? But I am for the blue, you know what I'm saying? I back the blue guys, and I am for law enforcement. But it just seems like from the very beginning, they weren't very communicative with the family. And you guys, I'm trying to keep warm, man. It's fucking 0 negative 2 degrees out here. And your boy, Vinny D, the Young Wolf, back on the podcast talking about the Idaho 4. And also the Sigma Chi. You know what I'm saying? Everybody talks about and speculating about, you know what I'm saying, the frat, the fraternity. And some may look at it like this might had something to do with the fraternity. As we know, Xana and Ethan whereabouts between 8 and 9 o'clock. And what happened after the fact, that where they seem to be and seen that at their last very moment, were they indeed at this fraternity from 8 and 9 all the way until they got home, and the arrival times between 1:45 and 1:56 when Maddie and Kaylee had made it home from the corner club and the grub truck, right? When they left the grub truck to come back home. Now, you know, watching this body cam from, September, I believe, the police interacting and then making that call and actually talking to Maddie over the phone. And I mean, it just gives us insight more into how much of a party house this was. But the thing that I guess that I don't understand as much is why would you leave your house and let other people party in there? Now, I'm not sure if they actually physically left the house, or did they sneak out the back door type shit, or were they in the house the entire time? They didn't want to come to the door because they had underage kids there drinking. And we see this, guys, in a lot of college towns, right? People are partying, people are drinking. And you know what I'm saying? You see the police out there pouring the Trulies out, talking about how they're wonderful and magical. And I don't like that from the police, man. They should have never said that. Like, oh, this is and then they're swearing. You know, you got the police on camera saying F these idiots and all this stuff. And that's not the way to be policing, man. And I know they might be upset of what's going on in the house because they're not coming to the door fast enough. But still, this is not how you handle things, guys, as law enforcement. You know what I'm saying? But these are just my opinions, my thoughts. Anyways, there's a killer still on the loose. Much respect to the victims. But like I said, man, there's a killer still on the loose. You know what I'm saying? Out there, and crazy ass people out there, man. We need to keep this awareness for the kids, man, and try to get this justice, guys. It's very important because the holidays are right here, and I know a lot of people out there are watching my videos. Some may not agree with the way I do my podcast, but that's okay. Haters are motivators. You know what I'm saying? We back on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, this is the Idaho 4. Police have retained 100 some copies of evidence. They have been looking at footage from the gas station. And like I said, man, they found that the Hyundai Elantra in Eugene, Oregon, but it happens to be, it's not connected with the Idaho 4 murders. Now, there's so much other things going on. Like I said, the side stories. In fact, what I believe to be, like, how the hell could the police be giving citations, and you know what I'm saying, and the apartment complex behind that is where the girls and that the house is, right? And the police didn't hear nothing. And they were handing out citations for underage drinking and all this other stuff. So there was a lot of things going on that night, guys. A lot of different things that going on that we didn't really know about. And then the 2 surviving roommates, which, see, the thing is I try to bring the facts, and I know these are just my opinions and thoughts, but I want to say this, that I still find it very odd that the 2 surviving roommates didn't hear a damn thing. You can't tell me that, you know what I'm saying, a murder was happening, people getting stabbed the shit up, and no one heard something. So, I don't know. I'm not pointing fingers, you know what I'm saying? This is all allegedly in my opinions. And what I think about it is that if you in a 3-story home, you know what I mean? And supposedly you have 2 surviving roommates, that someone would hear something. I mean, I know these rooms are on different levels of the house, but at the same time, you would still hear something, guys. As far as, you know, hearing everything. But I mean, if you're getting stabbed up, you hear people screaming, people fighting, and supposedly there was people putting up a fight, right? There was some defensive wounds on the victims, guys. So that's another thing I kind of have an itch with. I have a problem I have questions about is the 2 surviving roommates. How can they not hear it? And only if the dog could speak. Supposedly the dog was in another room, so the dog couldn't speak, right? Obviously it's a dog, he can only bark, but he didn't even bark. The dog didn't bark. So what are you gonna say to that? I mean, I don't know. I think it's a little fishy about the 2 surviving roommates. And like I said, I'm not saying that they did it or they were responsible. I'm just saying, like, how can you not hear someone getting chopped up, you know what I'm saying, or getting stabbed up in that case? But it's about to be Merry Christmas, you know what I'm saying, on the eve of Christmas. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve. So I thought I'd bring you guys a special true crime podcast talking about the Idaho 4 and remembering Kaylee, remembering Maddie, remembering Ethan, and also remembering Xana. Because when we talk about true crime, we talk about this case in particular, we have to remember that these were once living souls, living people on this earth. And want to pay respects to the families. And I really do believe that even though they say that this is not a cold case, and I'm not saying it's a cold case, but we don't have any like particular leads right now or suspects in custody, no sketches, not even a sketch out there, man. Come on, man. I don't know. Maybe we do. Maybe the police, like I said, they're keeping this case knit and tucked to the vest. So we really don't have too much to, you know, they don't want to release too much information because they want to protect the integrity of the investigation, and not just any homicide investigation. This is a, man, this is how police conduct their business, right? Law enforcement. So, you know what I'm saying? I respect that, but I also respect the fact that the parents they want answers. Just like Kaylee's dad out there fighting for justice. And this is all it's about. It's about justice and getting closure for the parents and the families. And I know because it's the only right. Can you imagine losing a loved one like that? And in a particular fashion, the way it happened, especially around the holidays. And we want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas. Talking about the Idaho 4. Man, this case is very crazy. Just looking for this Hyundai Elantra. Everybody's driving a Hyundai Elantra. When you see a white car, run. Get out the fucking way, right? Get out the way because you don't know what the hell it is. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You might not know. So report that shit to the tip line. Like I said, man, this is all about awareness, raising justice. And this is why I do my YouTube, is to raise awareness and justice for the families. Just like I did for Gabby Petito, Kylie Rodney. I want justice. And like I said, this story touches me, man. And we can go down rabbit holes. And as a YouTube community, all we can really do is base our opinion in and basically tell you guys how we feel. And that's just how it is, man. But we also have to rely on the facts and listen to the police department. Some may not support police or how they feel about the police department, and they might not support the police and whatnot. But we have to stick to the facts. But you can still put your opinion out there, just like I do. And we have to listen, you know, we have to listen to the true facts of this case. But I just want to come on here and talk for a few minutes, guys. How's everybody feeling? How's everybody doing? Make sure you give this video a like, man. Subscribe to my channel. It's Christmas time. I'm about to go up in here. Figure I'd come on the podcast, talk for just a few minutes on the podcast. So I also wanted to say that when I was watching the Grub Truck video, a lot of people are looking at this hoodie dude, supposedly his name, allegedly, Jack S, right? And then we have the ex-boyfriend of Kaylee's, of Jack D, I believe, right? And a lot of people are pointing fingers, saying this is that, this is this. He might be a suspect. He did it. He didn't do it. Well, you know what? We don't know who did it, but there's a lot of sketchy things going on, right? The way this murder case has been going, like the fact that they haven't been found on like a suspect yet, and man, the way that this killer did this in a fashion, I personally can't see that this is a kid that did it from like college. Me, I don't feel it in my bones. I definitely could tell that, in my own opinion, that maybe this is definitely someone who was very upset, right? It seemed like someone who wanted revenge. And the fact that they had parties at this house all the time, it gives you a feeling like, man, was this person in their house before? It makes you think, like, was this person, like, did they know the people that lived there? Maybe they didn't know him personally, or maybe they did. Maybe Kaylee and Maddie know the person. Who knows what happened? But all I'm saying is that it could be a serial killer. It could be someone just, you know what I'm saying, that targeted someone that was stalking them. But we don't really know the truth. All we can do is speculate, right? But it's just crazy because we don't have a target suspect, and all basically we're relying on is this Hyundai white Elantra. Like I said, man, if you see a white Hyundai Elantra, run, man, run. You got to get the hell out the fucking way. You know what I'm saying? Protect yourself. Always protect yourself. Keep a camera. Keep fucking mace on you. Spray. Got to protect yourself, man. Keep the camera on you. Keep camera in your household. You know what I mean? But anyways, guys, I got to run. I just want to hop on, talk about this Idaho 4 case. And rest in peace, man. Justice for the families. Justice for Ethan. Justice for Maddie. Justice for Kaylee. And we also have to remember that this ain't over yet, man. Like I said, the police are hard at work at this case. And I know they're going to keep working hard at this case. But, like I said, when you take a look at all these different side stories, especially the night of the murder, right? And how the police were handing citations out, like not even 100 feet from the murder house, there was cops. So it's crazy to think that this killer went in with 6 people in the house, right? Allegedly, all these people in the house, and still went in there. He didn't, wasn't aware, or was he already in the house and was he already aware? The fact that he went in there with the police around still, that's a crazy motherfucker. That is like some Scream, Halloween, Jason Voorhees, anything you could say. That's basically what it seems like it is, right? But justice will come out. Like I said, man, whatever is done in the dark will always come out to the light. We praise the Lord, and we ask him for his guidance and forgiveness, and also to shine light on this case and shine light in your life, in my life too. And we want to ask for blessings, okay, guys? So thank you guys for joining today. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. We might have something special coming to you guys for Christmas. Stay tuned, and thank you guys for tuning in. Vinny's Talk, man. Peace out, guys.